What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Dariusdotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or a loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. Alright, so this episode is going to be pretty straightforward, so grab a pen and pad because I'm going to give you a list. So today I want to focus on happiness. And I did a little research on things that make people happy. And I came across some information of things that we should let go to attain happiness. So here we go. 6 things you should let go of to be happy. Number 1, finding imperfections. So we all know the world can be cruel, ugly, and unkind, right? We all know the world is flawed. Life is flawed and not fair. Day in and day out, people hurt each other, deceive each other, and take advantage of each other. There is plenty of negativity in the world, but there's also beauty and kindness too. The problem is, when you're unhappy, you only see one version of the world. Your brain becomes biased. You become pessimistic. You start to see the worst in people you meet. You look at situations and only see the bad in them. Your brain only sees what it wants to see. And I know I'm definitely guilty of this, right? But when I'm in a bad mood, it seems like everything just gets annoying and it starts to go wrong, right? Think about the times you've been unhappy for some reason. During those times, how many times have you said to yourself, if it ain't one thing, it's another, right? The internet will stop working, or you might stub your toe, or your phone might freeze, or you get a bill in the mail. Whatever it is, when you're already not happy, those things seem to pile up, right? But here's the thing. By only looking at the negative things that are happening, you are literally causing yourself more stress and anxiety. Because in reality, that internet that stopped working is not the first time it stopped working, or the first time you've had spotty service. Yeah, you stubbed your toe, but it ain't the first time, right? And it damn sure won't be the last time. And that pain will only last for about 30 seconds. Then you'll forget you even stubbed your toe, right? My point is, you have to let go of your negativity and change your perspective. That's the first step to being happy. Free yourself from the bias that you view the world in. Focus on those meaningful moments. Savor those things that are great in your life, even though they're imperfect. Everyone has problems. Everything has imperfections. If you spend your life staring at those imperfections, then you'll never appreciate the bigger picture. And that's true for your friends, your parents, your jobs, especially yourself. You aren't perfect, and you never will be. None of us will. You can easily complain about yourself, but if you only focus on your weaknesses and your flaws, then you'll never discover your strengths. Make sure you appreciate all the ways and things that make you special. Pretty straightforward with that one. So let go of imperfections. That's number 1. Number 2, let go of endless preparation. Do you feel unprepared? Do you procrastinate your goals because you aren't ready to face them? Many people feel insecure about their ability to overcome obstacles. When you imagine your goals and you imagine yourself accomplishing these goals, you see just that, the success of it all. But on the way, as we know, there's obstacles, hurdles, challenges, pitfalls, and all these things can cause that feeling of uncertainty. And that unknown factor is terrifying, right? But the truth of it all is, which we already know, you can't prepare for everything. You literally can't. You'll never be 100% ready to succeed because there'll always be obstacles that you didn't expect. But the best part about that is you don't have to be ready or know what to expect. The best way to try and accomplish a goal is to just start. Just start and learn as you go. You find success by having those failures happen. It's just part of the process. And I've definitely said that before. You become a master by learning the basics because everyone starts somewhere. Every successful person made it to the top by facing their fears, taking risks, and doing their best even when they didn't feel confident or prepared. That's something I know I struggle with. So let's stop trying to prepare for every little thing. Stop trying to prepare for every little thing. Instead, focus on your strength and building confidence to attack new challenges with everything you got. Believe in your own ability to find success, because the thing is, you'll never be able to prepare for everything. You'll never be completely ready. Nothing will ever be as good as just doing the real thing. And that's just doing it. Learn by experience. Take that risk, because that's how you will improve. So, number 2, stop the endless preparation. Number 3, stop feeling lonely. Now, this one is really interesting to me. It's interesting how they look at loneliness and what it actually means. So, have you ever said, I'm lonely? Of course, right? We've all been there. But is loneliness the reason why you're unhappy? Many people crave love and companionship for the wrong reasons. They get into relationships not because they want to connect with another person romantically. They don't necessarily want to share their lives with another person. Instead, they want to fill this empty void in their life. But romance is not always the answer. A lack of companionship doesn't make you lonely. In other words, you're not lonely because you're alone. You're lonely because you don't feel comfortable with yourself. You can't put that burden of happiness on your friends and family members, right? True happiness comes from within. So if you're feeling lonely, maybe it's time for you to get to know yourself. Instead of trying to fill that space in your life with friendships and relationships, build a stronger connection with yourself. Value the time you spend alone. Deepen the knowledge of who you are, because at the end of the day, you can't be anyone else. Not by yourself, you can't. Maybe around others, but by yourself, you can only be yourself. And the more you get to know yourself, the more your relationships will change. Truly identifying yourself and understanding who you are will impact your self-esteem and the quality of your relationships. So number 3, let go of feeling lonely. What's up? I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for listening to this episode, and to also let you know that this podcast is 100% donation driven, which means it's completely funded by you, the listener. So if you like the content I have to offer, I would love it if you can make a donation and you get to pick the amount. I left links in the description of the video as well as my homepage. You can choose which way benefits you the best to donate. And if you need more options, please feel free to email me at dariusdotch@gmail.com. That's dariusdotch@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for being here, and let's get back to it. Number 4, let go of imaginary intensity. And let me tell you, this is 100% something I need to work on. Not every conflict or problem is do or die. You, like me, might over-intensify some of the smallest moments in life. Your nerves get the best of you. Your thoughts run wild, and something as small as a simple conversation will weigh heavy on your mind. When you infuse so much intensity in your life, you develop some unreasonable expectations for yourself. Every situation can carry so much weight that you feel like you're always staring down these huge, great obstacles. But most of the time, those obstacles are way smaller than we realize or make them out to be. For example, talking to strangers. Now, I used to be so worked up about having to be in a room where I didn't know anybody. And a lot of people might be that way, right? And I know you might be thinking, wait a minute, you Mr. Actor, you get uncomfortable in a room full of strangers? Well, not as much as I used to, right? I'm way better at it, but still, definitely not my strong suit. But the thing is, these conversations with those people we don't even know are always short and most of the time not deep at all, right? Yet we develop this anxiety around it and it stresses us out. And we know deep down that it shouldn't be this way. Most conversations with strangers are forgettable, right? Most experiences are not life-changing. Most job interviews are going to be way easier than you think. So instead of spiraling into all that anxiety, just take a breath, relax your mind, and control your expectations. Woosah. So that's number 4. Let go of imaginary intensity. The 5th thing you should let go of is false comparisons. Again, this is another one that hits home for me. So, do you compare yourself to other people? Do you measure your success against the accomplishments of others? Comparisons will absolutely destroy your self-esteem. I'm going to say that one again. Comparisons will absolutely destroy your self-esteem. And that is a fact. There will always be somebody out there doing better or more than you are. Somebody will always have better clothes, buying things you don't have, or experiencing things that you haven't. And that's okay. That's just life. And by doing that, you're not doing your own life justice. You have your own approach to the world. The way you are, the way you solve problems, your experiences, the connections you make, the life you live is exactly right for you. And that's all that matters. And don't even get me started on social media. You only see a romanticized representation of people's lives on social media. You see the picture perfect vacations, the perfect love life, the new job announcement, the skinny bikini, the fun hanging out with friends, the parties, the delicious looking food they just cooked, the clothes, right? Only the perfect. And like I said before, that is an edited version of their life, because you better believe they have problems and they make mistakes just like you do. They also care about what other people think, and they compare themselves to others too. But they want to show the world a specific image of who they are. And guess what? Guess what that image won't show? The boring parts of their lives, their failures, or their insecurities, because you better believe they have insecurities. So don't compare yourself to anything you see on social media. And it's hard not to. Trust me, I know. I have to check myself on that all the time because I see other people's workout businesses and I'm like, damn, comparison, mine sucks. But I can't think like that. My journey is my journey. So appreciate your life for what it's worth, for what it is. Otherwise, you'll never feel satisfied with it. So let's let go of those false comparisons. And number 6, let go of outside expectations. So, question. Do you make your own decisions, or do you live your life to satisfy someone else? Many people never find happiness because they don't follow their own compass. A lot of times what happens to people who consistently do this is they don't feel purpose in their life because they didn't choose the life they're living. They let somebody else make that decision for them. They did what they were told or what they were, quote unquote, supposed to do. Maybe they listened to their peers, or they felt obligated by their family. Maybe they followed in someone else's footsteps, thinking their life, the person who they're following, would make them happy. Now they look back at their life thinking they should have done things differently, and ultimately, no one should control your life but you. Only you should have that power. So if you want something, you should have that responsibility to claim it for yourself. So if you're one of these kinds of people, turn that leaf over. Make those decisions for you. not them, because your personal decisions empower you to be able to live that life that you want to live. So, number 6, let's let go of those outside expectations. So, quick recap. The 6 things to let go of to be happy are: number 1, finding imperfection. Don't be pessimistic about all the things all the time. Number 2, endless preparation. You can't prepare for everything. 3, feeling lonely. Get to know yourself. 4, imaginary intensity. Is it really that big of a deal? Or are you making it this way? 5, false comparisons. Just knock it off. Really, just don't do it. And number 6, outside expectations. Live for you, not them. So like I said, this is going to be a quick, well, not quick, but a straightforward, straight to the point episode. So hopefully you got a pen and pad and you wrote some of these down and are applying them to your life, because I know I have been, and it definitely has been making a difference. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. So thank you again, and let's get it in.